Hey guys, welcome back to my ASMR channel. Today I'm just going to do a little whispered video and I'm going to ask myself random questions and you guys can play along too. But I found these random questions online and I thought it'd be fun to just go through them. I haven't looked at them, so it's going to be a little bit candid. I haven't had a chance to really look over them and answer them before I filmed the video, but I think it's more fun this way. So let's get into this. The first question is, oh my god, it's already funny. What would your job be in prison? What? I really have to think about this one because I don't, you know what? No, I don't. I would be the cook, okay? I would work in the cafeteria and I would cook. Or I would just be like handing the food out with a spatula, like scooping it and putting it into your plate because, wait, are those prisoners? Okay, maybe those aren't the prisoner. That just shows how much I know. If that isn't a prison job, then I would work in any part of the prison that has a window because I just want to look outside. Yeah, I don't really know what. I'm guessing it's like cleaning and cooking and mailroom and things are the jobs. And, yeah, I guess anything with a window. Alright, the next question is, have you ever been arrested? I have not been arrested. I have probably come close to being arrested. I'm guessing just from the experiences in my life, who knows, you know. But I have not actually, knock on wood, been arrested yet. Okay, how much can you bench? I don't really bench, so this is not really a question for me. And then it says, what do you like to do? I like to do a lot of stuff. I like to box. I like to film videos. I like to eat. I like to go to new restaurants and bars. I like to try new foods and drinks. I like to go hiking. I like to eat sushi. That went back to food. What else do I like to do? Anything like outdoors. I love like nature and stuff like that. What are your biggest insecurities? Right now, I would say my biggest insecurity is my weight, because this is the most I've weighed ever in my life. It's not like something that is a huge big deal to me because I know that your body fluctuates and that's just life. And I actually am like the healthiest I've ever been. So I used to always be in and out of the doctors, and I haven't been to the doctors in a couple of years besides like going in for my eye recently. So that would just be my weight, and probably my eye having an issue would be my two insecurities at the moment. Have you ever experienced a friendship breakup? Yes, I have, but I am a very forgiving person, so it doesn't happen often. But let me explain why. One of them was because, well, it's not, this could be a couple of them. I feel like I could count, like, on one hand how many friendship breakups I've had or something like that. And I also have different, like, friend categories where some people are my best friends and some people are acquaintance friends, or some people are friends from years ago, but I just don't hang out with them anymore. So I have like different categories of friends. But the friendship breakups, if I've had those, some of them have been due to that person's relationship. So if they were in a relationship that was constantly like dragging me into it, and for no apparent reason because I have nothing to do with anybody else's relationship, that would be a reason for something like that. But even so, I have kept my friends, you know, just at a distance if something like that happens, and maybe we're just not as great friends anymore in the see any kind of insecurity or jealousy or envy, a little bit is okay because that's natural as a human being. I understand that, but a lot of it is not okay for me. So that would cause that to happen. But yeah, there's been other little friendship breakups, little arguments and things like that. It's kind of like maybe a handful of people that I don't talk to anymore. Besides the different categories of friendships, there's maybe a handful that I don't talk to at all. For different reasons. It's like men and women friendships that I don't, some of them I don't speak to. Okay, what is your favorite book? Probably, I think it's called You're a Badass. And that's the book that sort of pushed me to really push my YouTube channel and things like that and get out of my own way. So that might be a favorite book. Also, Louise Hay's How to Heal Your Life, because she gives you affirmations on how to heal your life for every physical issue that you're having. So I like that book too, and I tend to use it a lot. Where have you enjoyed traveling or visiting? I mentioned this in my tattoo video. I love Barcelona and I love Italy. I think those two places and the people being so generous, kind, and just fun, all around, like nice people, those are the two countries that I think that I had a great time, where people would stop to help you out. They would completely stop what they were doing for the day and like walk around with you and take you to the different museums and churches and just like, I don't know, just have a good time. So I really love that, and I love those two countries. What are you currently reading? I'm not currently reading anything, but I've been watching a lot of podcasts lately. And I've been watching a lot of Amy Poehler. And she had Will Ferrell on recently. She had Matt Damon on. She has Martin Short on, which I haven't watched that one yet. But I watched the Will Ferrell one and the Matt Damon one, and I liked those two. She also has John Cena on, so I'll probably watch that one next. And then I watch Theo Vaughn's podcast a lot. I watch Remy Ashton a lot. So I'm more of like watching YouTube than reading right now, but I would enjoy a good book if if you have any recommendations. Alright, the next question is, what's your favorite sandwich? I think a tuna sandwich would be my favorite sandwich. I just love all the flavors, and I love to throw like pickles and jalapenos in there. So I think that might be my favorite sandwich. How would you rate your day out of 10 so far, and why? My day is great. It's just kind of boring today, so I haven't gotten out of the house yet, and it's been fine, but I just haven't. Maybe I need to go outside, but I've had fun, like having coffee and tea and just breakfast and lunch and hanging out, and I took a shower, did my hair and my makeup, and talked to one of my best friends. So it's pretty much all I've done today, which is a lot for me. Okay, the next question is fries or chips? Both. I don't know, I like the crunch of chips, so I do snack on chips sometimes, but I love like dipping fries in any kind of sauce, like a ketchup or ranch or anything like that, so I do love fries as well. I don't know if I could choose between those two. What's your favorite Madonna song? You know what, I'm not sure, but I started listening to Madonna when I was like in elementary school. I know it wasn't for me back then, but I had her album at the time, and yeah, I don't know why, but I just did, and so salty popcorn. Maybe sweet. I do like the salt and the butter of popcorn. I love movie theater popcorn, but I do love kettle popcorn too. It's like so yummy when you go to like the farmer's market or something. So I don't know, maybe that one. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite cheese? I like all kinds of cheese actually. I like blue cheese, which I know is like controversial, but I really like blue cheese. And I like any kind of like the Dubliner cheese, I think it's called. I like Gouda, smoked Gouda. I will probably eat any kind of cheese. I don't think I have like a favorite though. What's your favorite condiment? Ketchup. I love ketchup. What biscuit do you most identify with? I did not know that there was different kinds of biscuits. I just love biscuits. Biscuits and gravy, biscuits and butter and honey. I will eat any biscuit. When was the last time you quit? I quit every day, okay? I quit my job 3 years ago, and if something's too hard, I tend to quit. What did you eat for lunch today? Okay, I ate a stew. It was like beef stew, but it was like in a big old Pyrex pan, so it wasn't like very liquidy. It wasn't like that kind of stew, but it's like stew meat, I guess, marinated overnight, and so and baked in the oven. So stew meat with carrots and potatoes. It was very delicious. We also made Korean eggs this morning, so I've been eating them since the morning, even though it's like the recipe says like make them and then put them in the fridge overnight so they can like soak up the marinade and the flavor and all that, and then you can like eat them the next day. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna eat them like right now. But so they did like marinate for a little bit, but you boil eggs and then you make the sauce, and then you put the eggs in there, put them in the fridge. So you can make it different kinds of ways. I found different recipes online, but I thought we were gonna have to like go to the store and get the ingredients, but we happened to have a lot of the ingredients at home to where we could kind of sort of still make it. So, and they did turn out delicious. So yeah, you can follow any recipe you would like. You boil the eggs and then you put them in the marinade. So the way that we made the marinade was like soy sauce, water. We chopped up red peppers that we had. I don't know what they're called because we got them from like a farm nearby. Onions, and they were putting green onions, but we didn't have green onions, which I love green onions. So we just chopped regular white onions that we had. I think we had yellow onions or white onions. It doesn't call for like parsley, but we put parsley in there since we didn't have like the green of the green onion. We put like we have this like Asian chili powder. We put that in there. We put honey, and then we put sesame oil, and also I think it's toasted sesame oil, and then we have sesame seeds, and so we toasted the sesame seeds in a pan, and we threw those in there. I don't know if I'm forgetting. Oh, garlic. So we chopped all this stuff up, we put it in there, and then like we made a marinade, and then we put the eggs in there and put them in the fridge, and I've been just like eating them with everything all day. So I ate them in the morning, and then I ate one with my stew as well, and then I just like I cut them in half, and then I like pour all the marinade with everything that's chopped up. I pour it on top of the egg, and I eat it like that. And I love how it changes the color of the hard-boiled egg to, I don't even know, it's like a beautiful beige color. Taupe, if you will. I'm sure if you marinate it for longer, it gets like a darker brown color, but it's so cool. Anyways, they're delicious, and they might be my new favorite thing. Okay, where were we? I'm so like lost at my questions. And then I also have this like big bright light in my face in order to have good can't see it, but it's like in front of my phone. In front of my phone on top of my laptop. Okay, what is next? What's one thing that surprised you about today? The fact that I haven't left the house yet and it's 5 o'clock. Well, maybe that shouldn't be very surprising. Okay, the next question is anchovies or oysters. I don't like anchovies, so I would say oysters. I love oysters, any kind of oysters, except I don't like the really huge ones. I prefer the smaller ones, but I can have them raw, I can have them Rockefeller, I can have them, baked, however, breadcrumbs or whatever. I like the little raw oysters with hot sauce, and then I'm trying to remember, because I haven't had them in a while, I'm trying to remember what I put on them, but I think I do like salt and pepper and hot sauce and lemon, and then I don't know if some people put horseradish on it, but I'll eat it however. I love oysters. San Francisco has some amazing oysters, so I remember going there and trying all the different kinds, and absolutely delicious, all of them. If you had a secret passage, where would you want it to lead? Maybe into like a secret garden. I remember reading different books when I was younger, and I think there is that one book that's called The Secret Garden, and then it was like Anne of Green Gables, and it was kind of, I don't know, it gave me like this comfort to read about secret gardens and things like that, and so maybe into like a secret fun garden. Okay, the next question is, how will AI affect your job? I don't know that AI will affect my job, but I know that robots have taken over my job at some places. But it hasn't really been a lot of places, so I don't know if that would be like a forever thing, or even a big thing to happen, because I don't really see that movement happening. And yeah, I've seen robots. The job I'm talking about is bartending. I've seen robots bartend. It's just not the same, and I don't really see it happening a lot, so I don't think that that's like a big movement that's going to happen. I've heard that some airports have that in different countries, so I don't really know. The reason I mean, robots are not AI, so this is a little bit different, but I just think that people don't love that, they like to be social, and even if they don't want to talk the whole time that they're at the bar, and they have to like work, or they want to be quiet or whatever and just relax, they still, I think, would rather have a person serve them, I think you need that sort of social interaction. I think that's important, so I don't really see AI affecting my job too much. AI has definitely affected YouTube videos and things, but they're kind of some people are having issues with that as well. Like, some people's channels got demonetized for AI and things, so I'm not really sure how that works, but that's why I wouldn't really go in that direction. Some of the AI channels are fun, like the glass cutting and the glass eating and weird stuff like that. Like, that's like an ASMR channel, I think. So I have watched that a little bit. I can't say that I've stuck to watching it, though. It's fun to watch for a little bit, but I prefer like whispered rambles and stuff. Okay, and the last question is, if you could wave a magic wand, what would you change about your life? I think a lot of things. I think probably just having like a stable place to live near where I want to be, which I've mentioned before is OC, so somewhere stable next to Disneyland would be cool, and just a steady income coming from my YouTube platform would be good, and that's pretty much it. Like, I would say financial stability and being able to do like whatever I want to do when I want to do it, and not having to Enjoy